The Curve Populate tool allows you to quickly scatter curves onto a geometry. Set the geometry you want to scatter curves on. You will have option to scatter based on UV or based on vertices selection, and option to pick between curve types, either custom or straight curves. We will start by scattering based on UV and with custom selected curves. Select pre-made curves, and add to the list. Choose a UV scatter mode. We will go with density for now. In this mode, curves are scattered randomly. The higher the density, the more curves will be created. Scale multiplier allows you to increase or decrease the overall scale of all scattered curves. To give some randomness to scale, set the random scale setting lower than 1. The lower the number, the larger the difference is to the scales of each curve. Let's set it to its spacing on UV scatter mode. To get more curves, reduce the spacing slider. I recommend setting it to a higher value first, and slowly move it lower, to avoid populating thousands of curves. The random spacing slider allows you to break up the uniformity of curve placement. When it's at 0, curves will be scattered evenly based on your UV. Increase this setting higher to break up the curve's placement. You can also randomize the rotation of each curves. The default is set to 360-degree rotation. When setting to use straight curves, the custom curves will no longer be used. The tool will scatter straight curves instead. Let's set the scatter method to vertices. With this mode, curve will be scattered onto the selected vertices. If there's no vertices selected, the tool will use the percentage value and randomly scatter curves onto the geometry. It's better if you check your vertices selection first. Moving the slider will randomly select the vertices. This is the percentage of the geometry's vertices selected. Clicking on the Select button will give you a random selection each time. You can use this to quickly scatter a different layer of curves. Here, I am scattering layers of curves, using different scales, random scales, with some straight curves.